Good morning, rise and shine, beautiful people. Today is Wednesday, January 12th, 2023. And we're getting in it and we're going to get on it, and I'm going to be at time, and it's going to be a very productive discussion this morning. So today I want to talk about faith. Faith. I have a stepsister named Faith. So, Faith, if you ever see this, how are you, sweetheart? I love you and I miss you. Faith. Faith. What is faith? Is what we believe. Is what we believe in that we cannot see. Is what we believe that's going to happen before it happens. It's a hope that resonates in us, that we walk on, we act on, we live on until it manifests itself in our life. Faith. So before I start talking about biblical discussions about faith and my water walking belief in faith, I want to talk about something significant or applicable to faith. And the Bible talks about if you have faith the size of a mustard seed. And I'm so sorry I don't have a mustard seed to show you right now. I used to keep them when I worked with the children in the church to show them how small a mustard seed actually is, right? So a mustard seed is very, very small, almost like the head of a pin, almost like the head of this pin. It's really, really small. And I wanted to know more about the mustard seed because I always hear faith the size of a mustard seed, faith the size of a mustard seed. What's the relevance of a mustard seed? So I did some fact checking, and I learned this morning actually that the mustard seed's growth pattern is quite remarkable, right? The seeds grow into shrubs, and they mature in about 85 to 90 days. Listen to the significance, you guys. 85 to 90 days. The seeds go into shrubs that mature in 85 to 90 days. But there's another type of mustard seed, the brown or the oriental plant, matures in 90 to 95 days. Look at this. Follow me. I'm so excited. I'm bubbling this morning. Follow me. It matures if the temperatures and the conditions are conducive for growth. Follow me with this, guys. It does not grow into a traditional tree. However, they do mature and grow pretty tall, right? The seeds sprout in 10 days and the buds in 5 weeks after the seedlings sprout. Follow the timeline. When you speak to people in farming and gardening, there's a very significant time to plant, a time to nurture, a time to harvest. Is very intentional. Like they pay attention to the conditions, if there's going to be a quick frost, if there's going to be a dry spell, if there's going to be excessive moisture, excessive rain, excessive snow. All of those conditions impact the growth of something that has been planted, right? What about us? Follow me now. What about us? The seeds need to be planted about 1 inch apart for proper growth, right? What's conducive for growth in your life if your faith only has to be the size of a mustard seed? What's conducive for growth? I'm excited about this one, man. I'm really excited. Faith. Water walking, conquering, liberating, resentless, mustard seed faith. Assurance of things hoped for and the conviction of things not seen. Now, you know I got to give you some Bible, y'all, so bear with me. Matthew 17:20. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing, nobody, no adversity, no discrimination, no gender classification, nothing will be impossible for you for me. What is your mountain? What is your mountain? What is your mountain that you need to move? Right? So taking that and crossing it over into the mustard seed, being that there's a reference to the mustard seed and the size and the growth. If you have a mountain, I have mountains. My health, my weight is still a mountain in my life. I'm climbing it, but I haven't conquered it. So my mountain is I had to be intentional about some health decisions. I have to get up regardless to how I feel and hit the gym and hit those weights so that my body can contour to the form that I want it to contour to. I love sweets. I love a cupcake, but I have to be mindful. I can't live in cupcake season every day. I have to make sure I get the proper nutrients and vitamins in my body so that it can operate at its highest capacity and capability. I have to get rest. And even if my rest is intermediate rest, I have to get rest. I have to say, whenever my body shuts down, I gotta go. I'm going to sleep because I get up so early in the morning. You have to be intentional about whatever your mountain is. You can't say, my mountain is my weight, and you go lay down like I used to do and watch Netflix for 12 hours with pizza in my hand and some Hello Farms ice cream at toe. You cannot. It will counteract what you're trying to accomplish. What is your mountain that you need to move? Identify it. And then whatever that mountain is, a job, a relationship, my children, finances, health, wealth, whatever it is, education. Identify your mountain or your mountains, right? And then be very strategic in planting your mustard seed faith in each mountain separately. And I like how the plant is described as being needed to be planted an inch apart, because that's applicable to our lives. I am such a go-getter and I'm such a water walker that I'll say I'm doing 20 things today. And it's not practical all the time. Sometimes maybe, but the exception, not the rule. Take your mountains and use my fingers as an example. Each finger represents a mountain and spread them apart. Some are going to be a day. Some are going to be a year. Some may be a decade. Some may be a life bucket list goal, a mountain, a goal, an accomplishment. Spread them apart. But then when you spread them apart, you got to plant the seed, right? So you can plant the seed concurrently, simultaneously, intentionally, however you decide to plant it, write it down and plant the seed in it. And some of those that are long-term mountains need to be put on a shelf, but you got to go back to it to remind yourself it's sitting over there. I'm working to you. I'm coming to you. I'm coming towards it, but I'm not ready right now, right? And then those that are more immediate seeds, you're going to immediately put them in the ground, right? You're going to just spread them apart. You're going to find the right conditions, the right temperature, the right position, the right person, the right gym, the right doctor, the right lawyer, right? The right accountant. You're going to find the right therapist, the right psychiatrist, the right family member, the right child, the right friend, whatever that is, the right thing or person that is conducive for growth for that seed, for that mountain. You got me? You following me? Stay with me because I'm excited about this. I had an epiphany this morning. And when you do, we're going to go back to the timeline, right? So it says it sprouts in 10 days, right? I read somewhere, and I don't remember who said this originally, but habits take 21 days to form, right? So if you plant your seed, you took the step towards your faith, right? And then you're going to wait for it to sprout, which is saying 10 days for a mountain, for a mustard seed, but for your mountain, it could be 10, it could be 20, whatever it is, because everything grows differently. But I'm using the analogy of a mustard seed to follow you through this walk with me. And I'm going to go over, but I'm going to stick with it, right? And then 5 weeks after seedlings, 5 weeks. Come on, y'all. And then maturity, 85 to 90 days. That's why most employers put you in a probationary period for 90 days, because they know it's going to take 90 days to properly assess the potential, the capability, whether you're an asset or a liability, whether you're a good fit, for this organization or for this position, right? Or for this role. So even with your mountain and your mustard seed, you need to self-evaluate it every single moment. Is this, I know I said I wanted it, but does it feel right? Am I working towards it? Is it attainable? Does it counteract or conflict with anything else that I said I wanted to accomplish? What is your mountain, right? And then I got to get y'all with this. I'm excited. I got to get y'all with this. It doesn't grow into a tree. That thing you planted may not grow into a mountain. It may grow into an anthill, right? It may grow into a mound. It may grow into a very tall structure. It may never get to be the mountain that you visualized or desired. Doesn't mean it wasn't successful. That was your faith that you planted, that you applied into proper conducive conditions, and it's growing. It's not a failure. It's just what it is. You ever see a piece of fruit that looks different than all the other pieces of fruit? And you want to trash it because you're like, ew, this looks funny. But then you just taste it and you're like, oh my God, this is so good. How do you think they take exotic fruits and I can't think of the word, I'm sorry right now, but they combine the seedlings. There's a word for it and I'm going to remember as soon as I stop taping this. And they combine it and then they make a new fruit, right? And whoever knows that word, drop it in the comments and I'll make sure I turn the comments on for this when I post it. But they take different things and they combine it, they manipulate it, and then they make it into something new. So just because your seedling did not sprout into the shrub that never turns into a tree, doesn't mean it wasn't successful, right? So with that said, I'll talk about water walking faith. I am a water walker. I have left some things without a penny in my pot, without a clue where I was going. Because when I'm so in tune and God puts things into my heart, I trust him like that. So I have to end this and give credit to the Most High in my life. And this morning, there's many names of God in different religions, different languages. There's many names of God. But this morning, I'm saying Yahweh. Yahweh, he brings into existence whatever exists. Yahweh has given me the ability to see things that natural people can't see, to speak into situations that natural people cannot speak into, and to have a resiliency about life, to promote and to motivate and to encourage people that gets me up even when I want to rest and gives me a sense of enthusiasm and excitement. And I bubble and I'm bursting and I say, Lord, calm me down, calm me down, calm me down. I'm ready to go. He said, not now, D. I said, but I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. He said, not now, D. Slow your roll, my child. I got you. I got you. So I'm encouraging you this morning. Identify your mountain. Get your mustard seeds. Find the proper conditions that are conducive for growth. And put Yahweh on it. And watch him blow your mind. My name is Dewaywa Benjamin. Dewaywa Marshariki Benjamin. I don't use it as often as I should. Dewaywa Marshariki Benjamin. And I am here to encourage you, to love on you, to motivate you, to inspire you. Because I don't want to be here by myself. I need you. You need me. There's a song. We're all a part of this family. We're human beings. Let's put away our differences and connect on the simple fact that we all are human beings. You can't identify, I'm not going there right now. You can't identify as a lampshade as a human being. Baby, you're not a lampshade. They lying to you. That's a whole nother conversation that y'all not ready to hear from me. We identify as human beings. We breathe. We have a heartbeat. We have neurons and just things in our brain that are just moving and connecting and sparking. We're human beings. Let's connect on that and put everything else aside. Can we be in a human being club for a moment? I love you. I'm really, really over. When we talk about faith, anybody who knows me, I got David's daughter, that's a mountain. A group of women that are radical warriors that we're going to do some work. I got Nehemiah Youth Outreach that we're going to get these kids back into places that they need to be, to mentor, to teach them etiquette, to grow them, to motivate them, to teach ladies how to cross their legs, to teach gentlemen how to open car doors. I got some seeds that I planted a long time ago. And I don't talk about it much because the devil is not omnipresent. He's not everywhere. But he'll send them on lurking legions, boy. And when I see them lurking legions, I go, whoosh, get somebody else to do it in my TikTok voice. Have a good day. Be blessed. I'm excited. It's Thursday. I'm just bubbling with joy, unspeakable joy. I'm going to unspeak some of that joy in a second, too. Be blessed. Be intentional. I love you. I care about you. Sincerely. I'm an empath. I feel you. If I get to know you, I'll know some things about you that you never have to say. And I would never tell a soul. Have a beautiful day, people. I got work to do.